I'd like you to open your notebooks to your next blank page and title it Cell Cycle Notes, okay? And make sure to update your table of contents too. So obviously, we're going to be learning about the cell cycle, which is going to include interphase and mitosis, and you'll know more about those things by the end of this lecture, okay? So hopefully you're aware that, you have cells in your body and they are growing and dividing. Why? Okay, even me, who I'm done getting taller, I've got cells growing and dividing in my body. Why? Why would I need to do such a thing? Well, growth. So, you all especially are probably still growing. My kids are still growing. So cells might divide because a person is growing. I might have cut my finger, right? Maybe I broke a bone. I've got to heal that wound. And also, your cells in your body don't live forever, and your body is able to replace some of those cells that die off so you get continual supply of new cells to your body as you grow older. Okay. But cells are not always dividing. Okay. Sometimes they're just kind of hanging out, just living and being. And so this brings us to what the cell cycle is. And the cell cycle is just this regular cycle or pattern of the cell growing, functioning, doing its thing, and then it's kind of replicate its DNA and get ready to divide, and it's going to divide into new cells. Okay. And this takes place in somatic cells. Somatic cells is a fancy pants science word of saying just like your body cells. So things like skin cells, eye cells, liver cells, okay? Those are all your somatic cells. And all of your cells in your body do this except your reproductive cells, okay? AKA your sperm or eggs, depending on whichever parts you were born with. Those divide differently. But every other cell in your body is going to kind of go through this process and is going to prepare to divide in the same way. All right. So we're going to learn about what this looks like more in depth. All right. And so what I want you to do is I want you to copy this diagram into your notes. And of course, as always, feel free to stop the video as needed. And, do you have to write everything down? Not necessarily every slide, right? But you're going to want to hit on the main vocab, the main points, the main idea. So be a smart note taker, okay? Make sure you get the big picture things down, but you don't have to copy down every single thing about everything. All right. But definitely make sure you get this diagram in your notes. And again, feel free to pause if you need to. I'm going to move along and then push play when you're ready to go. So notice here that our cell cycle has these kind of 4 parts here. Okay, and we're going to go through each one of them and talk about what they are. We're going to start in G1 stage, this kind of light pinky color. And during the G1 stage, G1 is also known as growth 1, your cell is just kind of doing its thing. Regular growth, regular life, but also it's going to start replicating its organelles, aka making a copy of all of its organelles. So it's going to double the mitochondria and the lysosomes and the Golgi and the ER and all this stuff. Okay. When your cell gets to the end of the G1 stage, there's going to be a checkpoint shown here by this little pentagon. And the checkpoint is just a place where the cell kind of stops and it checks, hey, am I supposed to be preparing to divide? Is there enough room for me to divide? Do I have enough nutrients and resources to divide? Okay. And if the answer to those things is yes, then the cell is going to proceed on. And the next phase, if you look at kind of this diagram here, the next phase after G1 is going to be the S stage, okay? They're stages or phases. You can use those words interchangeably. In the S stage, S stands for synthesis. Synthesis means to make or produce. And what is being synthesized in the S stage? DNA. And remember, we already learned this year how DNA gets replicated. Remember DNA helicase and polymerase and all that stuff where we end up with identical DNA? Okay. So in this stage, your cell is busy getting its DNA copied, aka replicated. At the end of the S stage, so your cell's done G1, it passed its checkpoint, now it's in S. Next, your cell is going to go into the G2 stage. Here in this G2 stage, we're just going to have more cell growth and just kind of final preparations for division. And at the very end of G2, again, there's going to be another checkpoint here, and your cell's going to be checking for, hey, did my DNA get replicated properly? Is everything ready to divide? And if the answer is yes, it's going to proceed on into the M phase, okay, which is the last phase of our cell cycle here. The M phase stands for mitosis. Maybe you've heard of that word. If not, now you know. And during mitosis, during this blue M phase, we're going to have our cell physically divide into two identical cells. And each one of those cells is going to have a complete set of DNA and a complete set of organelles. Because remember, back in G1, our cell made duplicates of its organelles, and back in S, it duplicated its DNA. So it's got double of everything so that when it splits, it has exactly one full set again. Okay? And then in the middle of the M phase, in the middle of mitosis, there's going to be another checkpoint just to make sure that everything is dividing and splitting up properly. Okay, so there we are, G1, S, G2, and M. So then what happens after M? Okay, well, let's look at our diagram here. Notice this kind of arrow points back to the starting again. Yeah, it's going to start all over. We've now got two cells, and those cells are going to start in the G1 phase. And they're going to grow and do their thing and replicate the organelles and so on, over and over and over again. Okay. You might be wondering, like, well, how long does this take? Is this like seconds, minutes, hours, weeks, years? And maybe like, do all cells divide at the same speed or do they divide at different rates? And the answer is no, they do not all divide at the same speed. So, how long this takes is very variable. Okay. Now you don't need to write down these actual times, but just as an FYI, like skin cells take 2 weeks to complete the full cell cycle to go from G1 all the way through S, G2, and M. Okay. A red blood cell takes 4 months to do this. A liver cell takes like a year. Your intestines have to replace themselves every 4 to 5 days because of all that like acid coming through your digestive tract. It ends up making the cells kind of not last as long. And then nerve cells kind of sort of never go through this. We're going to talk about it more later, but they kind of never get through a full cell cycle. Okay. So different cells will take different amounts of days, weeks, months, or years in this cycle. It's not the same for all cells. That's what you need to know. But the actual times shown here, you don't need to know these actual times. Okay. So we talked about those checkpoints, and I said, hey, at the end of G1, if the cell's gotten a signal to divide and if there's enough space and resources, it's going to do that. But what if it doesn't? Like, what happens if it doesn't pass that checkpoint? What's the situation here? Well, there are a couple different options if a cell doesn't kind of get the green light or get past the checkpoint. And typically, a cell doesn't get past its checkpoint. Is the reason why is because there's something wrong. So maybe if it's the G1 checkpoint, maybe the cell hasn't finished replicating its organelles yet. So there's a chance if it gets to that checkpoint and the cell's not done yet, that cell will get a chance to just like finish replicating the organelles. Okay. And then when it's done, boop, it'll pass the checkpoint and it can move on into S. Okay. So the first thing a cell is going to try to do is it's going to try to fix whatever it is that went wrong. Okay. And if it does, it's going to proceed as normal. But sometimes things are messed up enough where something has gone really, really weird. Maybe the DNA got all messed up during replication. It didn't go well, and the cell goes back and tries to fix it, and it can't. So at this point in time, the cell's not going to want to divide if its DNA is all funky and mixed up. And so what's going to happen then, or if like a cell doesn't have enough organelles, it's not going to be able to survive without them. So like, what happens then if it can't fix it? Then the cell goes into self-destruct mode. This is called, the science word for this is apoptosis, which is a really fun word to say, apoptosis. Okay, so option one, cell fixes what's wrong. Option two, it goes into apoptosis, aka self-destruct. And every once in a while, we have a cell that doesn't pass the checkpoint. Something's gone funky. But it also kind of doesn't self-destruct. It kind of sneaks by and it continues to go through the cell cycle and divide, even though it shouldn't be dividing because it's funky. And this is cancer. Okay, this is how cancer forms. Cancer is basically uncontrolled cell cycle, cells progressing through checkpoints when things are going funky. This is the simplified version of cancer, but that is essentially what cancer is. Okay. Now you might remember back in my earlier slide when I talked about how nerve cells never divide. Huh? What's up with that? Well, there are some cells, very few, but some that don't divide. Most of your body cells do divide, but some cells don't. And these cells, what they do is they kind of get into G1 and they move to this thing called G0. And they stay there sometimes their whole entire lives, which just means they're growing, they're living, they're functioning, but they are not preparing to divide. They're not going to replicate their organelles. They're not going to replicate their DNA. They're just living life as normal. And some examples of these cells would be some muscle cells and your neurons, aka nerve cells. They never divide. And this is why if someone gets in an accident and their spinal cord gets damaged and like that means that they can't walk, like that person oftentimes is then paralyzed for the rest of their life. Why? Because their nerve cells can't ever fix or replace the dead ones because they're stuck in this G0, this not dividing state. Okay. So our cell cycle can really be divided into two main parts. The first part is interphase. Here it's shown with this large kind of like light green arrow. Interphase contains G1, S, and G2. This is called interphase, aka like the time not dividing. So during interphase, we're going to grow and replicate our organelles in G1. We're going to replicate our DNA in S, and we're going to just do more growth and preparation in G2. Okay, the second phase of the cell cycle is M, the mitosis phase. And this is where we actually get the cell dividing into two. And if everything goes well, we get two perfectly identical cells with identical organelles, identical DNA. Okay. And again, this is for your body cells, not for your reproductive cells. Okay. Next in class, coming up next, we're going to look more closely at this M phase because the cell dividing is actually a little bit complicated. So we're going to look a lot closer at this mitosis M phase, and we're going to see how that works next. But this is the end of your lecture. Hopefully you now understand the cell cycle, the parts of the cell cycle, things like checkpoints, okay? So hopefully you've taken a good job with your notes, getting all that stuff down. And if you have any questions, we can talk about them in class.